Hi guys, so as the title says, TMI tag. What are you wearing? I'm in a sweater and PJs. Chilling at home, so yeah. Have you ever been in love? Well, that's a dumb question. That's such a dumb question. Well, it's such dumb. Well, I'm in love now, but yeah, I mean, before that, I was. It happens. Have you ever had a terrible breakup? Do they ever really go good? I mean, I wouldn't say I've had like a catastrophic. I wouldn't say I've had a catastrophic breakup ever, but just they weren't fabulous. I don't know, like once when I broke up with this guy and was dating another guy that was older, he threw his coffee cup at my current boyfriend at the time's car, and then went online and posted a status on Facebook like threw a cup at a pedophile's car or something. It was just so stupid and immature. But no, nothing like super dramatic, I guess. How tall are you? I think 5'5". How much do you weigh? I really honestly don't have a clue. I want to say like 145 to 150. I'm really not sure. Any tattoos? Well, Gerb, Beatles, Smith's tattoo, and Star Trek com badge. So yeah, 4. Any piercings? Well, this nose piercing, lip, both ears stretched, and I have my second hole pierced on both ears. And if you're curious why I'm not counting this, it's not real. Your OTP, one true pairing. Wow, I don't think about that. I have no clue. Oh, okay. I think I have a Harry Potter one true pairing. I would have liked to have seen Harry end up with wow, I'm sorry, fans fans of Harry Potter. I am a fan, just not like a super duper fan. I would have liked to see Harry end up with the girl with the blonde hair who everyone thinks is weird. Why am I drawing a blank when it comes to her name? But I would have liked them to end up together. Ginny made no sense to me. It really did. What's your favorite show? It changes a lot. I would probably say anything Star Trek, because I watch something Star Trek at least every day, which sounds weird, but it's what I watch before I go to sleep. So, who are your favorite bands? Well, obviously Beatles and Smiths are on there because I have a tattoo for both of them. And let's say Belle and Sebastian, Math and Physics Club, Acid House Kings. Oh, and I've gotten back into the Killers. I used to listen to them in high school, and I really like them. And if anyone is like, well, I didn't list off any like super rocky, gothy bands, well, I just feel too predictable listing those off. I mean, it's a given. I like those stereotypical bands that most gothy people like. I do. It's just I'd rather talk about something different that I like also in music. Something you miss. I would say I miss before third wave feminism and before the big SJW movement. It's like no one can enjoy anything because it might be problematic to someone. And so many people need to be coddled. And lots of people have triggers. Lots of people. And feel as though they need to be shied, coddled, sheltered away from their trigger, which if you really do have triggers, which I've seen posts of people with triggers who are pissed at, Tumblrites with triggers. And anyway, if you really have triggers, you would know the goal is to work past them, and you'd be seeking therapy, first of all, because that's not a healthy way to live. You'd be seeking therapy, and the therapist would work you towards getting over your fear or your trigger, not telling you, the therapist is not going to tell you, well, don't go near that thing, shelter yourself away from it forever, and go about your life. That's not what they're going to tell you. Plus, depending what you go towards in schooling, you're going to have it, something like that possibly come up, or something that upsets you come up. Like if you're a lawyer, if you're going to school to be a lawyer, you can't just opt out of the class on dealing with, you know, being a lawyer on a rape case. I mean, it's a part of the education of it. I mean, there are other triggers besides rape. That's just the one that comes up a lot recently. So yeah, that was like a little mini-ish rant, I guess. Sorry to be kind of downish or serious on this tag, because the next question is like, what's your favorite song? And it's just a weird tone to go to. But anyway, let's push forward. What's your favorite song? It's hard to say. That changes because usually I'll have a song that I really like that I just play over and over until I find another song and then play it over and over. A song I've been listening to a lot is This Heart Is a Stone by Acid House Kings. It's just a cute, poppy, happy song. I like listening to it when I am walking to the train or something. How old are you? 22. Zodiac sign, Leo. Also, another mini rant. I fucking hate astrology. Oh my god. Okay, so I was at a bar once, and there were these two grown-ass adults talking about astrology next to me, and one of them was like, "Did you get your chart? Did you get your charts, or get charted?" She's like, "Oh yeah, and I'm a little bit of this and a little bit of that," and it's like, they're just personality traits. Like, you really think the stars or the space has something to do with your personality? What the fuck? Quality you look for in a partner. Humor. What is your favorite quote? I actually have a it's a quote by Stephen Hawking, and I can't remember it word for word. I'll look it up real quick. Okay, I have it. My goal is simple. It is complete understanding of the universe, why it as it is, and why it exists at all. I think that's a fun quote. I like learning more about the universe and astronomy, so that quote speaks to me. Let's see, favorite actor. I don't really have one. There's really no actor that I follow around, like, seeing everything they're in. Favorite color. Probably baby blue. I have a lot of baby blue stuff and accessories, but not clothing, just like other things. It's weird. Loud or soft music? I don't know whether that means type or actual volume. If you're talking about type, both. And if you're talking about actual, like, literal volume, I guess soft, because I like listening to music with, like, headphones, or at low if there's people around. If there's people around, mainly because, or even if I'm home alone, I'll still listen to music kind of soft, because I do have neighbors and stuff, but it's mainly because I've lived with someone who played music too loud. I lived with someone who played music too loud, and it was annoying as fuck, and I don't want to be that person. Where do you go when you're sad? Oh, and smoke weed? How long does it take you to shower? Depends. I would say like half hour. Less if I actually have to, like, get moving, but nah. Longer than a half hour if I'm, like, shaving stuff, like legs and other things. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? I'd say depends on the look I'm trying to. It depends on the look I'm doing. I give myself at least 2 hours to get ready, no matter what I'm doing. If I'm going to an event, and I want to look extra special, then it'd probably take me 3, even 4. Have you ever been in a physical fight? No. I was in this weird, awkward shoving match with a girl where I threw her to the floor, but we didn't like punch. It was like this weird shoving, pushing to the ground, but not super aggressive. It was weird. I don't know. Turn-ons. Well-spoken? Turn-offs. That really fucked up ghetto text that I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like it's like so slangly written, it's almost impossible to understand what they're talking about. Like they put wait, like can't wait with an 8 and stuff, like stupid things like that. Like but I've seen it and I can't describe it other than it's like hard to read even. The reason I joined YouTube, it looked like fun and just watched people online and thought, well, I want to do that too. What are your fears? Spiders. Spiders. Last thing that made you cry. Oh, I don't want to talk about it because I just feel like such a little pussy for crying about it. Okay, so there's this really sad little comic that I read on Facebook about like this cat being abused, and it made me like tear. The last time I like really cried was at the end of an anime, which makes me sound even cooler, right? Even cooler. Last time you said you loved someone. This morning to my boyfriend. Meaning behind your YouTube name. Actually, I mentioned that in a video having to do with my name change. So, yeah. Last book you read. I honestly, I can't remember. It's so bad, but I haven't been reading books. I used to, more so. I actually read more when I was younger than I do now. It's so bad. But, I basically like a lot of fantasy books. It was probably something fantasy. The book you're currently reading. I'm not currently reading anything. I just hate saying that. It's like, I feel like an idiot. But I don't know, I'm not focused as much on reading as I used to be, but I should change that. I want to change that. Last show you watched. The Drunken Peasants. You want to talk about on TV? Farscape. Last person you talked to? My burp. I was about to say my boyfriend. My boyfriend. The relationship between you and the last person you texted. Again, my boyfriend. What is your favorite food? Soup. Anything soup. Place you want to visit? Oh, well, Paris. And South Africa. Australia. And parts of Germany. No, different parts of Europe. Place you want to visit? Amsterdam. I will be queen of the weed. I will consume all of it. Consume all. But no, my boyfriend has talked to me about Amsterdam and it sounds awesome. I kind of want to eat like a strong cake brownie thing and go see a sex show. Just for the experience of it. Last place you were, from the last question, I assume that means like traveling wise. I don't know, nowhere. I don't really travel much because it's expensive to travel. And do you have a crush? Well, me and my boyfriend recently talked about our crush on Abby. Well, Abby from Broad City, if you know the show. I can't remember her last name. Damn. But yeah, we talked about how we had a crush on her, and we talked about that because he saw her on his way to work, I think yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, but yeah, I was like, oh, and I told him, I'm so jelly, so jelly. Last time you were kissed, this morning by my boyfriend. Again, last time you were insulted. I don't know. I don't get insulted easily. Usually when people try and insult me, I find it funny. Mainly online, because in real life, if someone is messing with you, that could get physical, and who knows what they're capable of. But online, it's like hilarious when I get insulted. I flipped out recently on someone in the comments, but that wasn't because I felt insulted. I felt like he was insulting fucking truck. That happens all the time. I felt like the person was insulting something that meant something to me because it was given to me by someone important. So, yeah. But other than that time, I usually just laugh or write something condescending or whatever. Favorite flavor of sweet? Usually strawberry. What instruments do you play? Let's see. Piano, bass, guitar. A little bit of ukulele, but that's just because it's really easy to play. The chords are sometimes like just one note. Like it's pretty simple to play. It's only 4 strings. Favorite piece of jewelry? Well, this is one of my favorites. I love the just laciness. Last sport you played? I don't know. I haven't played a sport in a while. I haven't played a sport in a while. Last song you sang? Well, I sing a lot of made-up songs. Well, I have this habit of taking the rhythm of music and then making up a song about my boyfriend's butt, because I just do that. I have a love for butts, and I like to just make up butt songs. I don't know why. But if you want to talk about like a real song, probably As Hard as a Stone, Acid House Kings. Favorite pickup line? I don't have one. My brain is always, anytime these tags talk about like a pickup line, my brain just draws a blank. Like, no one thinks about those. Stop it, tags. People that are making tags. No one thinks about pickup lines. Stop it. Have you ever used it? The pickup line that I can't think of? No. Last time you hung out with anyone? Well, besides my boyfriend, we live together, so we always hang out. I hung out with Kara because my boyfriend did a photo shoot of her. And I say that as if you know who she is. Just a friend of mine, clearly. And who should answer these questions next? Anyone who feels like it. Well, I always tag Dark Knight Rises for everything. So, you, and then anyone else who wants to. And I'm gonna end on this truck coming. Yep.